Alright, YouTube, this is a September 5th, 2015 layout update. A couple things happened with the Hobby Lobby. Completed another one of my weathering, well, the underframe weathering job on there, one of my freight cars. And then what was the third thing? Oh yeah. Third thing was I connected the tortoises up to my command bus, and so now I can run them off the throttle. But I'll get to that in a minute. First off, Hobby Lobby trip. I went there and I was looking for this stuff. It's tan. Well, it's not. It's kind of too, I don't know, goldish, sandish. But anyways, I went looking for some stuff to use as shoulders on my road. You know, some dirt, sand-looking stuff to use as a road shoulder. So I found that right there. And I also found some black and some brown. It looks red on the camcorder, so I don't know if it looks red on the video, but it's brown. Trust me. So we got 2 each, so I got 6 of those. The other 2 are sitting over there on a shelf. And I already took a little bit of that and put it on here. It isn't glued down or anything. This is kind of a test. It's a little too shiny for my taste, I think. But, it's supposed to look like the cinders left over from coal burning, which is what made it pretty much all of the little, if any, ballast they used on yard and spurs on the ground. So yeah, comment, tell me what you think, tell me if you like it, if you hate it. I would appreciate it either way, constructive criticism or likes or whatever. So that was just kind of to see how it looks. It's not glued down yet or anything, but use it as the main ballast there, and then of course as a subgrade for the siding and the main line. So we got that. Another thing we got were 8 of these Woodland Classics trees, and as far as I know, Hobby Lobby stopped carrying model trains, model railroading stuff entirely, which I don't blame them. You know, they're pretty much known for fake flowers and crafty and fabrics, and not really a model railroading place. So, you know, I understand that. I get it. I totally get it. So that was a lucky find. I got 2 of those packs, so I got 8 trees total. And then just today, we had a couple errands to run in St. Joe, and I got me some 25 feet of lamp cord, 18 gauge. I'm going to use that for the lighting bus from all my building lights. So now all I need now is a toggle switch and a 12-volt power supply. And I'll just get some double-sided tape and mount it on the bottom of the bench for it temporarily. We're still designing a control panel. That's gonna, oh crap, I hope it didn't move that couple. That's gonna go somewhere right there, somewhere in there. But anyways, that's gonna have a slot for my power pack. To power pack, couple toggle switches alongside it. And what I'm going to do with the power pack is, when I get back to this section where I'll have the turntable and everything, from about the curve turnout and Y turnout that's going there to right there, that's going to be all a section, that whole section excluding the turntable and the roundhouse bays. That whole section I'm going to set it up so I can toggle between DC and DCC. So number one, I have a place to run my DC locomotives every now and again. And second, and more importantly, I have a place to put a DC locomotive and get the stall current and all that when I'm working on decoder installations, which is something I'm lacking. And I'm eager to finally get it and have it. So, the panel will have the power pack and then a toggle next to it to go between DC and DCC, and another one to just shut the whole section on and off. And then of course separate on-offs for the roundhouse bays and the service tracks. And then along the far end I'll have a couple more toggles, and those will control the lighting. So it'll probably come out looking. And then there'll also be toggle controls for the mainline turnouts on this side. And then there'll be more toggles mounted on the other side to control the same turnouts. So by the time I'm completely done with the wiring, all the tortoises will basically have three methods of control. They'll have the SE8C, which is a computer. They'll have the DS64s, which is for when I don't have the computer online and I can use my throttle. And then they'll have toggles for local control, and that'll be used to represent, well, local controls. And of course, those of you who know enough about CTC know that normally turnouts on CTC controlled mains are locked. So you call the dispatch, you get permission to unlock it, you unlock the switch, and then you can line it. Then you lock it back up, and it's back under computer control. So that's what the toggle switch will represent. But that's still ways out yet. So, yeah, that's what we got at Woodland Scenics. Not Woodland Scenics, at Hobby Lobby. And today. And then the last thing to show you on the layout is I finished up working on another one of my freight cars. Here, let's set this right here and see if the light's so much better on this. But there you can see I gave it standard, well, what for me I'm considering standard treatment. First thing I did was I took the coupler, I took the couplers off, took the wheel sets out of the trucks, and then I weathered the wheel set faces. I took the trucks with mom had already painted, and I took some rust, highlighted the journal box caps, the truck springs, and then I pretty much drowned the underframe in Tester's dull coat, and just took a brush and brushed on light Bragdon Enterprises light rust weathering powder. Did it to the coupler box covers and the couplers. Did the couplers with a micro brush, actually. So there you go. Still need a little bit of silver on the end caps to represent glad hands, but that'll be later. Eventually I want to have working air brake hoses to these. JWI 200 did a video on that a while ago. He's on my channels I subscribe to, so you can find that there and look it up. But there you go. That's pretty much it for this update. So I got the sands, I got the wire, I got the freight car. So hopefully by the time the next update comes around, I'll have some track work ballasted, and hopefully I'll have some shoulders on my roads. So like, rate, comment. Hope everyone enjoyed, and I'll see y'all later.